Hey gardeners, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, it's all about tomatoes, so make sure you stick around if you want to learn how to grow them. So tomatoes has to be one of the most easiest vegetables to grow out there. However, for a beginner gardener, there has to be some steps you have to follow in order to successfully grow them. Now let's go ahead and cover the basics. So there's two different types of tomatoes. There's indeterminate and determinate varieties. Determinate varieties, they compacted small, they produce their fruit, and then they're done for the season. Indeterminate varieties, such as this one I have here, is actually a indeterminate variety. This Sweet 100 Terry tomato is indeterminate, meaning the plant will grow on and produce fruit until its season is over. So I personally love growing indeterminate varieties because I get a bigger yield from them than from determinate varieties. Now with determinate varieties, there is a whole bunch of cool varieties, and they're also pot friendly, so if you have minimal gardening space, those are great for you. If you have a little space to spare, I would recommend growing indeterminate varieties because you could grow your cherry tomatoes and those big, huge tomatoes as well. So I have two indeterminate varieties that I'll be planting today. So let's go ahead and move to the area that they'll be planted in. So here I have the first tomato. I'm actually growing a Sweet 100. I love growing these, even the Sweet 1000 as well. These are perfect cherry tomatoes for here, Southern Florida. So what I'll be doing is, one, I'm gonna take this sucker out right here so I could plant it in deeper. Oh, well, that kind of helped. Kind of clear at least 1 to 2 inches of the base clear, so then some more roots could grow along this and can produce some more stronger roots and make the plant a more stable plant. So then I'm gonna go ahead and rough up the root system a little bit, just a teeny bit, nest it down in there, and top dress. Now, when it comes to tomatoes, they're very easy to grow. However, they are full sun loving plants, 5 to 6 plus hours of direct sunlight. 2, they need to be planted in well-draining soil because they do not like to sit in soil. However, they like soil to be retaining a little bit of moisture to keep them a little bit hydrated. 3 is my soil. As you noticed, I did not amend it. However, I will be coming in weekly with earthworm casting tea to make sure it's well fed, and any supplemental nutrients and vitamins that it needs, it will be given to it. So growing tomatoes is very straightforward and easy. If you're growing them by seed, you want to make sure that they're at least about a foot tall before transplanting them into the ground, so then they could grow better and stabilize better into their ground or in a pot wherever you'll be planting them. So I love tomatoes. I usually never grow those huge type tomatoes because those usually never do as well down here in Florida. I usually stick to like Roma tomatoes, the sweet cherry tomatoes as well, because those tend to perform the best here in Southern Florida. Of course, you could always check in your area what grows best and go from there, but there is thousands of varieties you could choose from, some improved varieties, some OG heirloom varieties, all up to you what you want to grow. So I went ahead and planted both tomatoes, the Roma and Sweet 100 tomatoes. Now, a few tips or care guide when it comes to growing tomatoes is, one, you have to be vigilant because there is the tomato hornworm that likes to come through and chomp down your tomato plants, and it does affect how much you receive at the end of the season. So if you see them, they look like this, make sure you pluck them off and kill them or put them in a little bit of soapy water. You want to make sure you exterminate them because they can decimate your plant and you will have no tomatoes to harvest. Number 2 is blight. Tomatoes can have blight, so make sure you treat it with a natural fungicide. When it comes to you seeing early signs of blight, which is like yellowing, browning of the leaves, make sure you treat it when necessary. Number 3 is making sure you have a set watering schedule. Tomatoes like to stay hydrated, but not in muddy soil. So make sure you have a set watering schedule. If you live like here in Southern Florida, we sometimes barely even have to worry about watering because of our natural rainfall. However, if you live in a drier season, at least 2 to 3 times weekly would do good for the tomato plant. And not to mention, the natural feed is great for any basic vegetable you're growing. So make sure you feed it earthworm castings or earthworm casting tea or even compost. They love those organic matters because it gives them the most supplemental nutrients and vitamins they need, like potassium, phosphorus, as well as nitrogen. Those are great things plants need to thrive and grow successfully in your garden. So make sure you prune the plant because the plant can be more susceptible to disease and pests if they are very thick and dense and no air circulation is going around the plant. So make sure you take out any suckers that you can take off to allow air in and out of the plant. And now it's just to wait. Tomatoes are quick vegetables to grow. You might even have tomatoes within a few weeks. And so make sure to have patience, have time, and see your tomatoes growing. You'll see flowers and baby tomatoes. Then you'll see them growing and growing daily until they start turning color, and you'll be able to harvest them. Now, I want you guys to go ahead and stay tuned because I have very exciting news coming out for you all very soon. So make sure you stay tuned. Subscribe to my channel to show us some support. Like this video if you found it informative and educational. And I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you all so much for watching. May God bless you and your entire family. And never forget to grow big, ultimate gardeners. Bye, everyone.